In today's breaking story, the FBI just dropped a surprise bomb on Donald Trump. That's right, Trump and the Republicans have been so worried about DEI when really they should have been worried about the FBI. How's it going, everybody? Hunter Avallone here with Occupy Democrats. Welcome back to another video. Now, things have been nothing short of a disaster for Donald Trump and Republicans across the board. Republicans' policies are wildly unpopular, and now they're being confronted by the voters.
It doesn't work. In fact, you cut Medicaid, so I couldn't get Obamacare. You're an asshole. You don't care about working people. I'm not talking to you. You don't care about working people. You should be ashamed to show your face around here.
A million jobs.
A million jobs? Great. Who here has a great job?
You should.
Or is looking forward to finishing school? You really feel like you have a job coming up? You stripped women of access to public health care. Shame on you, Rick Scott. We depend on those services. Rich people like you don't know what to do. When poor people like us need health services, you cut them. Shame on you, Rick Scott. You're an embarrassment to our state.
Sweet. And this is exactly why Republicans are scrambling to rig the midterms at Trump's direction, so that they can avoid the wrath of the voters.
So they've decided that the only way to save themselves is to cheat, to change the rules in the middle of the game. And what do MAGA Republicans in Texas do when Donald Trump ignores, well, his oath of office and theirs, and when they're taking it upon themselves to thwart the will of the American people? Well, they say, when Donald Trump calls, they say, yes, sir. Right away, sir. Happy to lick your boot, sir. When Donald Trump says jump, Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton say, how high? They don't care that they're violating the Voting Rights Act and racially gerrymandering their state. Well, they're hoping they can rob the bank and get away before anyone notices. Texas Republicans are trying to diminish the voting power of their own constituents, and in doing so, diminish the rights of Illinoisans and all Americans. Texas House Democrats are putting their lives on hold and their livelihoods at risk because they don't want to live in a country where the president rigs elections for his side. That's not democracy. That's not America. To be in public office right now is to constantly ask yourself, how do I make sure that we're standing on the right side of history? Well, there's a simple answer. The wrong side of history will always tell you to be afraid. And the right side of history will always expect you to be courageous. Texas House Democrats are leading the way in choosing courage and country over politics and party.
And now the FBI just dropped a surprise bomb on Donald Trump. That's right. Take a look at today's top story.
We are back with breaking developments and a major escalation in the fight over redistricting in Texas, with the FBI now apparently getting involved in that political clash. Republican Senator John Cornyn of Texas says the FBI will help local authorities after they were ordered to arrest and investigate more than 50 state House Democrats who left Texas to block Republicans from approving a skewed new congressional map. And joining us now, MSNBC Justice and Intel correspondent Ken Delaney. And so, Ken, Senator Cornyn says the FBI approved his request. What does that mean practically and logistically?
Good morning, Anna. Well, the FBI has not responded to our inquiries asking that very question. So I think, first of all, we need to greet Cornyn's announcement with a bit of skepticism, given that he is in the most difficult primary battle of his career and is trying to appeal to far-right Republicans in Texas. But look, the experts, current and former FBI and Justice Department officials I've spoken to about this in the last half hour have uniformly said there is no grounds whatsoever, no legal authority for the FBI to assist local authorities in locating, for example, Texas legislators who are, most of whom are believed to be in Illinois, they would need a crime to have been committed, a federal crime, to have some kind of nexus to use their formidable surveillance powers. And in fact, it's not really a secret where some of these people are. There was a bomb threat made to one of their hotels in suburban Chicago. So the issue isn't locating them. The issue is the Texas authorities have no legal right and jurisdiction to bring them back to Texas, and neither does the FBI. So it'll be interesting to see whether the FBI later today actually answers our questions and describes what, if anything, they plan to do here. But what my sources are saying is, A, there's no grounds for this, but B, if the FBI is doing anything, it's very troubling because it suggests that the FBI, if they are doing something pursuant to this, has become kind of a Republican Praetorian Guard here because, again, no jurisdiction, no legal nexus, no federal crime committed. And so there are rules about when the FBI can use their vast surveillance powers, and they do not seem to be implicated in this case.
Thanks so much for watching. Please click that like button and subscribe to Occupy Democrats so that you can stay informed and help us stop Donald Trump.